Can. But anyway, the bottom line is, I just wanted to emphasize that, Mike, because people don't know that. You know how wonderful you are and how supportive you have been. Even when I ran for governor, he's a Democrat. I'm a Republican. But he supported me. He supported me. So, because he knows where my heart is at. That I'm not a party servant, but I'm a public servant. And so anyway, that's why I'm here also today. So I want to just say thank you to all of you for this award. I want to say thank you to Beth Keane, who came to me at USC, at the USC Schwarzenegger Institute, and said, we want to present you with this award, with a wonderful kind of a summit there together. And for me to be here today is really unbelievable, because as you can imagine, when you have been Mr. Universe 5 times, Mr. World, Mr. International, 7 times Mr. Olympia, you get a lot of trophies for your muscles. But this is a trophy for my heart. And people always ask me, how do you get into this? I said, well, you know, sometimes we have dreams when we grow up. And my dreams were to become the most muscular man in the world, and to be like Reg Park and Steve Reeves, get into movies, into Hercules movies, and to come to America and to be rich and famous. That's it. But then one day I will become governor, one day I will be fighting for a clean environment, and that I will be fighting for inclusion, against hatred, and speak out about hatred and how wrong it is to not look at everyone's life equally and to attack each other because of someone's religious background, or their color, or their sex, or whatever it is. So I felt it was very important, especially since I come from a country that is known to be a big part of the Second World War and had the most vicious Nazis during the Second World War and beforehand. And so I thought it is important to go out and to let people know that the next generation doesn't have to be the same, that the next generation can change. And I saw prejudice in my own house when I grew up. So this was way after the Second World War. I remember when I was 15 years old, and I was getting into bodybuilding. I was working out. This was my new world. I was so excited about doing something that my parents had nothing to do with. They pushed me to play soccer and to go skiing, be a ski champion, but I want to be a bodybuilding champion. So one day, I walked by this store called Brühl in Graz, in Austria. And I see this magazine of a bodybuilding champion, Reg Park, standing there with his hands in the waist as Hercules. And I bought this magazine immediately. It said, Mr. Universe becomes Hercules. So I go into this store and I buy this magazine and I bring it home. And I show it to my father. And my father looks at it and says, what is this crap? What is this? I said, well, it's a bodybuilding magazine. This is what I want to be. He says, don't be ridiculous. Go out and chop wood. You get muscles this way. Be useful. And so he attacked it right away. But then he looked inside the magazine. And then he said, Ben Weider, president of the IFBB, which is the International Federation of Bodybuilding. Joe Weider, Ben Weider, Ben Weider, Ben Gurion, Ben Weider, Ben Gurion. Ben, this is a Jew. This publisher is a Jew. Where did he get this magazine? I said, at Brühl in Graz. He says, it's also a Jewish shop. It's also a Jew. How much did he pay for this? I said, 13 shilling. He says, this is Preistreiberei. Means gouging. Typical Jewish. I'm going to go in there and investigate. But he was a police officer. I'm going to investigate. So he was attacking this magazine because he saw these Jewish names in there. Imagine that he grew up like that. I was so disgusted about this whole thing because I just couldn't wait to leave my home. So today I look back at all of this stuff and I said this was all great because it made me leave the home, it made me come to America, it made me become famous and strong inside and have the will to succeed and all this stuff. You know, we were beating as kids and all. But the funny thing about it was that eventually I reached my goal to become Mr. Universe. With the age of 20, I became the youngest Mr. Universe ever. And then I wanted a second time. And then all of a sudden, I was invited to come to America. A publisher, an organizer of the Mr. Universe contest. So I came to America and I competed here. I was set up in an apartment. I was given money. I was helped for the first year to get going in America. And my father calls me and he says to me, he says, congratulations. You did something I didn't expect at all. You became the world's most muscular man, and you also fulfilled your other dream, which was to go to America. That is amazing. And I said to my father, I said, well, guess who made it possible to realize my second dream? He says, who? I said that Ben and Joe Wheeler, the Jew that you were talking about when you looked at the magazine. I said, these are the people that sent me the airline ticket. They gave me the money. They set me up in an apartment. I said, that Jew. I said, imagine that. I said, so don't ever say things like that again. And so from that moment on, I said to myself, I have to go and fight that. I have to go and speak out about hatred. And I have to go and get involved in this issue. And the more I became a celebrity, the more I became a movie star and bodybuilding star and all that, the more I felt like, oh, I have another power to be heard internationally. So I have to go and let my voice be heard about this very important issue. And this is why I've spoken out ever since then. In the 80s, then I got involved with the Simon Wiesenthal Museum, with Rabbi Hyatt, Rabbi Cooper, and Rabbi May. Helped them raise millions of dollars that they could build the museum. I was very proud of them, what they have accomplished there. That's why you've seen pictures of me at the Holocaust Museum in Poland. At the Holocaust, I mean, I'm talking about the actual place, not the museum. But I mean, it was amazing to be there and to see that firsthand. And I wrote in the book, I'll be back. Because I will be back. I will go back there with a whole bunch of Hollywood celebrities so they can see what is going on, what went on there, and to put the spotlight on this issue. Because what is important right now is, because there's all this chatter out there and all this stuff on the internet, all this negativity and hatred, that we have to speak out and confront that. The more we speak out about that issue, the better it is. So every day we have to talk about that, we have to talk about it, we have to talk about it over and over again. Because we cannot let them get away with those lies and with this hatred. We got to talk to them and talk them down and let them know that the only way to go is to go through life with love and not with hatred. Hatred will never ever win. Love on the end always wins. Thank you very much.